Hello everyone and Happy New Year. You know, I like to release my video for Spellbinders' new club kits right at midnight going into the 1st, so Happy New Year. So we're going to kick it off with, all the January club kits. What you're looking at with everything is the new Deluxe Caboodle. These items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course, all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. You guys, we went through all the new club kits configurations last month. I know there were some questions, and then I was mistaken in some areas there, but hopefully it's all ironed out now. If you are a member of any of the other value clubs that Spellbinders was offering previously, if you are still a member, if you didn't cancel to make changes, then you can still be a member of those value clubs. But like the Die Hard and the total package, or the perfect package as they called it before, you can continue being members of those. But if you cancel it at any time, you're not going to be able to get back in, and any new people are not going to be able to get into it. So hopefully, so hopefully that kind of info is now clear for everyone. So again, I have the Deluxe Caboodle. The Deluxe Caboodle also comes with a free bonus item, and last month I didn't know what the bonus item was prior to actually filming the videos, but it was a set of blending brushes. So the bonus item is going to be something nice. This month, I don't know what it is right now at the time of filming, but it is delineated in the info. So like if you were to use, if you want to use my link, just pop over there, or go to the Deluxe Caboodle and it'll take you right over, or get there however you like, but it will tell you what the bonus item is going to be. So it's unless you don't want to read it and you want it to be a surprise, right? So there you go. But you basically get all the clubs plus an extra little gift. So we'll just get started. And with all the clubs, you still get your 10% off the site, right? If you're logged in, it'll just be reflected in the prices that you see. Okay, guys, there is an add-on this month. Everything is very cute and like bee related, which is lovely. And I say everything, most of the clubs, but you can kind of mix and match those kinds of things here and there. So I do have all the names written down because, again, I get samples. These guys are packaged the way you would receive them, but sometimes some of the things aren't, right? Some of the other items. And I'm not 100% sure if this is the wax seal color that comes with this month, but I believe it is the royal blue, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. I usually start off with like the stamp or something like that, but you know what, let's go with the stencil of the month. Brand new club. You can get this by itself, or you can be in the Deluxe Caboodle for you guys. It's called Lively Floral, and this month's Lively Floral stencil set, I'll show it to you right quick, coordinates with the Glimmer, you guys, so I guess maybe I could have waited on this one, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stencils. This is just a little bit of stencil that need to fall away. So we have the flower, you have some more detail for the flower, you have the words hello lovely down in the corner if you want to use, you have the words for you if you want to use, so obviously you pick one or the other. In that situation there, you have some more detail for the flower on that third one. The fourth one has some greenery, your flower center, and then some detail for your flower center plus some more greenery accents on that. So that is your Lively Floral. Again, that coordinates with your Glimmer down here, and we'll talk about the Glimmer in just a minute, but hopefully, well, yeah, in just a minute. Let's see, the embossing folder of the month. So I have both of these guys here. Again, these are packaged as samples. They're not packaged in the way that you would receive them, as far as they would have like a carrier or something like that. So this is your standard embossing folder. Again, we have a 3D embossing folder. They are both oversized, where they will imprint 8.5 by 5.5. The folder itself is 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. So you want to make sure you have a machine that can accommodate that. And this month is called Branching Out. As you can see, it's all these little leaves, like branches, all over. Right, and just really organic and really fun. I love that they're kind of overlapping each other and everything. It's really, really great. And then our beautiful 3D embossing folder, of course, always hitting out of the park. This one's called Efflorescent Flora, and I hope I'm saying that right, Efflorescent Flora. So what I like to do is show you guys everything, and I come back later, whenever it's the clubs are open for everyone to sign up for. Usually around the 5th, it says the 6th, but sometimes, 5th in the evening, it'll be ready to go. So whenever you see my next video, you'll know that people who are new to the clubs can sign up, or, you can make changes now if you're already a club member. Also, beginning now, you are able to, if you're already a club member, get into the new releases early. So for the new collections in January that Spellbinders are releasing, you can pick those up early. So I don't know how that looks on the website. I'm sorry. This isn't something I should have spoken about at the very top, but it will be there for you. And I'm assuming it's going to be under, when it says coming soon, just January 2024 or however. Did I say January 2023 at the beginning? I hope I didn't. Maybe I just said January, but 2024. Look at these little buds and everything. So again, this is a little bit thicker than your standard embossing folder. You're gonna have to run it through with a different sandwich. Just gorgeous. That buttery carved butter look that it has. It's very pretty. So if you can kind of see the leaves, the flowers, these little cups. I love them, like little buds. They're so cute. Love the style going on here. Some smaller, like baby's breath kind of thing going. Really, really cute. So beautiful folder there. Now we're gonna start looking at the clear stamp of the month, which is called Just Because. Of course, you can get just a clear stamp. It is a photopolymer stamp set, really high quality stuff. Or you can get it with the dies, or again, it'll be in the Deluxe Caboodle. So the dies are here, and it looks like it cuts everything out. Okay, this is interesting. So you see this big guy? It's like a larger kind of image. Let me get my ruler. Okay, so it looks like the image is almost 4 inches wide. I would say 3 3/4 by like 2.5, just over 2.5. So definitely you can layer one side and the other, and you have a nice frame for your like A2 size cards. Let me see if I can put something. Oh, there's some images on that. Here we go. There we go. So it's packaged something like this anyhow, your clear stamp when you receive it. But it has thanks for being so sweet, just because. Happy birthday. Have a beautiful day. And then your little jar of honey and the little bees and these flowers. So what I was going to say about the dies here is, as you can see, they're smaller pieces, is that they cut these individuals. So I don't know if you see, they don't really overlap a lot of these images. So I suppose you can take this guy after you stamped it, you can cut that guy out. How cute is that? It's going to make like a little bouquet. You can cut this guy out. You can, and that's what it is on the larger one. There is a small guy, and then the bees, and then the words. Most of the words looks like you can cut out, and then one little flower here. So that's what this guy is. I'm trying to see what this other shape is. 1, 2, 3. Something else from in here. Oh, probably this bee. Yeah, this bee right here can also be cut out. So I just want to show you what that looks like and why those look like the way they do. So very cool. Something a little bit different. Love that. Okay, so let me put that to the side, and that is the clear stamp of the month. Next, I usually go to the small die of the month, which is this guy. It's called Sitting Pretty, and you can see it's all florals and a little bird, you guys, and they're facing different ways, and they have their accent pieces. These might be for the florals, it might be for bird pieces right here, like the little beak. It's what it looks like. You have your beautiful flower, a layered flower, like a center, this little guy that's like the little, what are those things called? Those little bell things that dry out and then you can kind of shake it, you can hear it, right? I think you can shake it, maybe not. But either way, sometimes I see them in arrangements so they're dry like that, so you have this little guy that goes over that. Leaves, just beautiful. So that one's gonna be really fun to play with. That's your small die of the month, with little birds peeking out there and your flowers. Now, this guy is the large die of the month. I put it all down here so it fits nicely. It's called Honey Bee Jar. I don't know when I was putting it out here what I was, going for, so it might not make sense, but I put everything here. You have your jar, you have your inlay or accent piece. Now, if you guys remember the whale in a bottle one, it's very similar to that feel. You have your little cover for the jar, which is super cute. You have like a little twine with like a little bow accent. Obviously, these things are going to be reversed when you actually cut them, so that you have that. Super cute. Leaves, all kinds of different leaves, and then our little bee. Where did I put? Here it is. This is the main bee body, and then you have the accent pieces here to help you, fill that guy out. And then of course you have, wing accents and all kinds of different things. And then you have some more flowers that are very much echoing like the design of these flowers. So we have those pieces, you have flower centers, you have these little kind of hangy, kind of vine looking stem branch there. You have a tag that you can put the words high bee in there or not. And just a really well thought out set here. It's gorgeous. And then, to not be left behind here, we have hold on. There's also a add-on die set that's like a little honey like wand. So you have your little wand like this. It has accent pieces in here, and then it has a honey drip. How cute is that? So that is an add-on set. So I'll have that listed separately for you guys and link there. And then over here is the stitching die of the month that is called Bee Stitched, and it is a big boy. It's a bee, and I can give you kind of a measurement on that. I mean, the jar itself, I can tell you here, is almost 5 inches tall, and so it's good for 5x7 or, you know, your A2 size card. The bee here, his little body is almost 3 inches tall, and then he has like his little antenna detail here, and then we have these beautiful wings that you're going to pop in from behind. So, you know, lots of ways to play with that one. It's going to be really gorgeous. And then this is a bee detail. Hold on, let me put this back down here. Let me see if I can, these two pieces of detail are for the little body here, right? So in there and up here. So just another layer if you want to use that. And then I love that they added these little sprigs here that go left and right, left and right pieces, and then all the pieces that you're going to need cut out pretty much at once here to decorate those little guys. So that's really cute. I love those little stems back in there. The Glimmer, again, that goes with the stencil of the month. The Glimmer is called Card Front Floral. So you have this beautiful image. It is a big boy. It's definitely going to fill up your card front, and then you have the words for you and thanks that you can also glimmer. So the Glimmer this month is all glimmer. There are no dies associated with this one. And okay, so that's the Glimmer. BetterPress. Let's check this guy out. And it's called Poppy Greetings. And you know, you have your little bees. Like, honestly, if you cut out a little bee and you want to add that as a little accent, you can definitely do that after you've done your BetterPressing, your glimmering. Really nice focal point. Clearly it's like almost 5.5 inches tall and about 4 inches wide. I'm trying to catch all this area here. And then it comes with the words thank you and best wishes that are really delicate and really pretty, so of course you can use those on different projects. Put it on a tag, that'd be really nice. And so there you have Poppy Greetings. And then, oh, our wax seal. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure if this is the color that comes this month. It might be. It may be something different. It does say color may vary. But royal blue. Really, really pretty blue wax seals. Or beads, so should I say. And then the seal itself is this one that says made with love. It does say January 24 there. Really sweet. I mean, you can use this on baked goods, or well, not on the baked goods, but like if you're gonna give somebody something like that, you have made with love. You back of your card. Oh, that'd be cute. Oh, a little wax seal on the back of the card. Anyway, so we have made with love with little heart, and so great for tags and all kinds of things. So that's really a nice everyday kind of wax seal. And I think that's everything, you guys. So what I'm going to do is clear the decks here and gather my thoughts, see what it is that we want to do, and work on one of these. I usually try to do something that's a little bit faster since we did a whole intro going through everything. And so I'll pick one of these guys to work with, and or a couple of them. A lot of times I'll pair things up, and I'll be right back. You know, I'm going to go ahead and use the Glimmer for this month and the stencil. And of course, I had this right in front of me, and I forgot to show it to you. When you are a member of the Glimmer of the month, the current month, you will receive a roll of foil along with your Glimmer plate. And this one is called Copper. And it's so funny because I was like, oh no, dies this month, they're all plates. Yeah, and the Glimmer, the foil itself. Now if you pick this up later, like let's say next month, because they're going to release things more quickly now. Before it would be like a couple months would go by, and then maybe you can get the club kit that you missed out on months earlier. But now it'll be available right that next month, but it will not have foil. So the wax seal, I believe, still comes with the wax beads, but the Glimmer is just a Glimmer plate, or the plate and dies, whatever it is, but it would not have the foil. But anyhow, I turn this on, so we're gonna get that going. I'm just gonna cut down some paper, usually heavyweight paper. Let me see here, just some white heavyweight paper, nothing super special on this. Whatever smooth paper you have, that would be best. I'll just trim it down to I don't know if I'm going to trim it already. So let's just do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 just so I have it, and then if I want to trim some off of that, I will. We're going to get our plate going. Obviously, it's over here. And since I'm mixing and matching it with my wax seal, not with the wax seal, excuse me, oh my goodness, with the stencil. The stencil also has sentiments on it, or you can sentiment, you know, use your Glimmer sentiments that come with the set this month. What I'll do is also trim this down, and I always recommend keeping your foil just about the size of what you're glimmering so that you don't have a lot of foil extra that might give you some over foiling. Not something that I really have a problem with. The Glimmer is really great. I purchased the Glimmer myself and I have been loving it since. I used to use a different company's product and it was always kind of guesstimating and maybe doing it again, and I don't know. This guy is pretty much always on point. Now, I would look at it like this. Now, I do have the cutter for this that helps you kind of line it up and cut it easily, but I'm going to eyeball this one. So just get rid of a lot of the extra. So, you know, I'm not cutting right around the shape. That's not what I'm talking about. I just want this to be very much around the edges, and like I might get rid of this little last bit over here on this side, right? So maybe like in here, just up the side. Just whatever, a little bit extra. You don't have to get too particular about it. And you might have a little plate that this works with, you know, so that's why I always just keep these scraps in a little bucket, or I put it back inside the little roll here. But let's let that warm up. We have this. I'm going to cut down some paper, and I'll be right back. I need a card base, and I need to cut down my paper, so I just took my 8.5 by 11, cut it at 5.5 inches, so I have my card base. And on my trimmer, I can also just turn this to 4 1/4. Now I have my Glimmer under here that's warming up, but get that guy going, and then just go ahead and also score right quick. Now I didn't really close this because I have this sitting up here, but go ahead and score it, and then your card is good to go. And then here I'm going to cut the extra bit just at 4 1/4, so I have that piece to go through my machine. Again, this is just some white heavyweight paper. Spellbinders does have some paper that is specifically for glimmering. It's really nice and smooth. You can check that out. But for now, I'll be right back. Okay. So my platform does say that it is ready. I'm going to put this, actually, let me put my card base to this side over here. Let me get my Platinum 6 ready. That's what I'm going to run it through. You can check out Spellbinders for all the machines that this is compatible with. And I also like to build this up off of here, and then I bring it to my platform. Now I can put it like this, and if you look at the design, that'll be very straight. I mean, you can put it kind of sideways. It doesn't have to be exactly what it looks like. I mean, you can be artsy with it. You can bring it out, you know, foil on this corner or however. Obviously, whatever you need to do, it needs to fit on the platform here. Now, when you're doing it the way I'm doing, you want the pretty color side facing you, and of course I trim this all around this thing. I think it went this way. Because I'm using this as a way to know how straight this is. So that's what I'll be doing, and that looks pretty good. You want the pretty side facing you because it's pushing into the foil. Now, if you're into your paper, right? If you're building it up here, you're going to have the plate with the design facing up, the foil with the silver side facing up, and then your paper because it's backwards. Just a little bit different. And I keep my plate, there it is. Just need my little tape. I just ran out of my best craft tape ever. I need to order some more. I love it. I love the mid-size. I know they have a skinny one and then a real big jumbo kind of size. I like the middle, like the original size they came out with is my go-to. Spellbinders has. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to turn it over, place it on here. And then I like to place my plates now. I mention this every time. You don't have to. You can just let it heat up. I know I watch Spellbinders videos where they actually just leave the plate on the foil and they bring the paper on when they're going to run it through. So, you know, whatever you like. Press timer. And when it stops flashing, you are good to go. And we'll run it through. So for right now, I'm just going to let that go. I'm going to open up my machine. These are pretty much the same height. Well, at least that's what I've noticed, because whenever I run it through, it's not a problem. But, you know, if you want to give yourself some more room, give yourself some more room. But it usually works out. Okay, I'll be back. Stop flashing, and like I said, I usually give it another 3 or 4 seconds once it stops flashing to get this off of here. And I'm going to run it through. Carefully. Sometimes I'll run it forward and then I'll run it back. just whatever I'm feeling like doing that day, but right now I just ran it through and that's fine. I'm gonna do another one. You definitely want to get this plugged back in so it's warming up again for the next guy. And there you go. I can see it's pretty great there. And we can peel this away. And look at that. First outing, and you know, so we have this guy that you can definitely is the word I'm looking for. Use like one of your metal plates that just helps you continue to foil, if you're familiar with those with Spellbinders, or you can just layer up tons of, go ahead and put this on your piece of paper, right? Let's say like I had this extra piece of paper with extra shims, and then run it through. That way you get some thickness, and you just need this to press onto your paper, and then you can die cut it or whatever, and you'll have that copper with the white showing through. It's a little bit opposite what we did before. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off, and I'll be back. So we have this gorgeous guy. I don't have any overfoiling. If you did get a little overfoiling, just take an eraser and just erase, and it comes right up. I usually try to do that when it's still a little bit warm. It seems easiest to get rid of it then. But, you know, if you don't notice till later, it'll be fine. I want to know if these colors coordinate. I was like, oh, I want some like deep reddish kind of colors, but I wasn't sure. Okay. So most of those are pretty strong colors. So let me grab my stencils. Now the stencils work independently of the Glimmer. So if you just want to have the nice stenciling, and you'll have something that looks like this. As you can see, it doesn't have like hard edges, but you do have your stems and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. So if we start here, this is number 1. I probably won't do this area because I already have that glimmered, so I don't need that. But I can bring this in here and start with my flowers. And I love that the center is covered, because I was wondering, I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to pick some really light colors when I come in for the center? But no, they did it nicely, well thought out. I'm just gonna work here on my surface. And I already chose, like I said, some red colors, and then I'll choose some greens for my greenery and whatever else for the flower centers and my sentiment, and we are good to go. So let me grab that. I'll just start with this lighter color. And sometimes I start in the center and go out. Right now I just basically went for it, but I'll try to still do that. So kind of around the center, and then let it lessen as it goes out. And again, I'm not going to do the stem because I don't need to, so I'm just going to put that to the side, but be careful, I wasn't paying attention to that. Got a little red, but not too much. Obviously you're going to want to do each area as needed. So this one just has a sentiment, and it has the flower. I'll go ahead and move on. I'll use this one, and then I'll use the For You, I think, sentiment. This one says, hello, lovely. So again, starting in the center, out towards the tip, so that the center gets most of the color. And that's all I wanted for that one. Beautiful, love it. I'll rinse these guys off. I usually do it pretty quickly as I'm done working with them, but today I did something different. Now let me see what this, now I didn't use the registration marks at all. I'm just lining it up with the flower. So on this one, I think I already have these marks. As you can see, it's basically the lines, I believe, from the foiling. So I'm not going to use that, but if you were just stenciling, you would want to go ahead and use this, get that detail in there. I don't need it, but I will do the For You. So let me see here. I'm just using the corners at this point to see if everything's nice and straight. So when I do my For You, it will be nice and straight. And should we just use like brown? Just kind of go with that copper, kind of softer colors. Let me see here. And that one I just do want to color that in really well. Pretty. Just really soft and kind of in the background there. And I'll rinse that. Center, and then we have center detail and greenery on this one. So again, I'm just looking at what I'm looking at. I'm not using the registration lines to help with this, but you can definitely do that. And there's just little markers here that would help you with that. I'm just eyeballing that. That looks good. Looks good. Yeah. So I have not chosen my green colors yet, so I will be right back. rich colors today, but you can do spring color, I mean, whatever you like, right? I will say, as I'm doing this, everything's working. I'm using hybrid inks from different companies. You know, it's fine because it's the Glimmer, and I'm not rubbing too hard, but you know, okay. If you're using the BetterPress plates with your archival inks, you definitely want to use inks that are not hybrid, because hybrid inks will reactivate that. You want to use a water-based dye ink, okay? Anything that's just your basic water-based dye, I would say probably like Tim Holtz, you know, water, the regular distress inks or something like that, right? Something that's just water-based. And you know, those are water-based also because you can reactivate them with water and it's fun to play with. But most old school dyes are just water-based ink. If it says that it is waterproof, then you're going to want to not use that ink, because that ink will probably reactivate your BetterPress plate ink, okay? Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to put this back over here. So that is that. We do have a center that we can kind of play with. Maybe I'll use this brown, but just very lightly because I already have the gold there, you know? So I'm just lightly coloring that in with a little something. Not too much, okay? Again, if you're stenciling, you will use that because you're going to need that color. And then our last one here does have some little stippling. I already have that pretty much done, so I'm not going to use that center with the foil. It's already there. So I'm just, again, eyeballing this. Trying to make sure it's lined up pretty well. And there we go. And where is, oh, there's, like, where did my other dark green go? Just to give your, you know, a couple different, you can use the same green color if you wanted. I'm just going with a different one to give some variation of color. And this will be our very quick card topper. Again, if you want to do a little more, you can maybe bring in a little bee from one of the other sets. Be really cute. Look how pretty and rich and just lovely that is. Oh my gosh. I was going to trim this down because you guys know I like to trim my card toppers down, but I love that it's all there, so I guess we'll leave it like this for today. I'll be right back. So, I was ready to just pop this on here, but you know what? Why don't we add a little bee? Why not? I mean, look how gorgeous this is, though. Done. Beautiful. So I take the bee from the large die of the month. It's this accent piece, it's this base piece, and I believe just the little wings. And then funny enough, I have these little bits of scraps of paper from another project, and I think this coppery, I thought, you know what, let's make our little bee. So I think the base should be this color. That way when I cut these accents, it's out of black, so I'm just going to cut it from this piece of paper here. Easy enough. Run that through. Black accent pieces that we need. Run this guy through, and then maybe something cute or shimmery or glittery, or I don't know, but white or even vellum. It would be harder to glue down because you might see the glue, but something like that would be cute. But I'll be right back. So I ran them all through at the same time there. Let's go ahead and glue this guy down. Just our card topper here. Just cover that whole card front. So pretty, you guys. I mean, and so we have that, and then we have this little guy. Let's see what we have. That guy. And then these are the accent pieces, which are still kind of here, so that's good. Oh, good. Okay, so less bits than I thought it would be. So let's see here. It's going to start with this guy, and then it skips one, and then it goes into this one, and that one looks like it might have a couple pieces to it. I hope I'm putting this in the right spots. The little head here. I might have done that a little wrong. I probably should have paid attention first to this, but let's see. So we have his head. Come on. Maybe that's where I should have started. Let's see here. I think it fits like right in there. And then I know this little buzzer goes at the end here. And I'm pretty sure we skipped one, put this guy in. Oopsie. And let's see, how's that one go like that? Oh, yep, it goes in this other one. All right. Sorry guys, don't put the glue on. Good thing we have this little paper. Sorry about that, guys. It does skip that first one though, kind of like what I had. So it's this one, and it comes from this guy, the one that I was trying to place. Just was a little bit off, and then I was just trying to clean off that glue there. So I don't know if you can see, it kind of just fits right in there. And obviously his little buzzy is going to go back here. So I think it's what it's called, little buzzy. It does fit right in that shape though, but on the back, okay? So I'm going to have to hold that for a little bit. And then our last bit that goes right in here, but I'll be right back. And then, so it's not the first one, right? That first section. This one piece will cover the second and fourth sections, and then this little guy right here. We'll take this guy on. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm still trying to get over having been sick. Anyway, so this glue is just getting all over the place because of the nature of the shiny paper that I'm using, so I'm just gonna try to get that out of the way. Good thing it dries very clear and unnoticeable. Unnoticeable? I don't know. Not super noticeable. And then his little wings, which I did in this shimmery white. And they basically echo whatever's going on down here, so I'm just gonna give him a little bit of a bend, so I'm only gonna glue it like here. And just fits right in there. I'll show you what I mean by that. Oh my goodness. He's not delicate, but I don't want to keep touching all those glue areas. So just echoing that little bit there, it just fits right in. And then the second guy. So what happens is, again, I don't have the carrier, so I don't really see what the bee's supposed to look like, so I was kind of just going off of just looking at it, so sorry if I was a little mistaken at the beginning there. I'm going to hold that one down. Again, just echoing the shape that's already there, and I'll be right back. Here's we have our little bee ready to go. I mean, I was just thinking about putting him there, so that's what we'll do. And just slightly, so what I'm going to do is put some not super high dimensionals over here under his little wings. You don't really see that one too much, so I'll just put that there and like here, and then we'll glue his body down. So it'll have some dimension up here, but his little body down the other area will just be glued down. And so let me put some glue right down here, maybe on these little legs, antenna. And I was just going to kind of put him here. Cute. So pushing down there, these guys will just stick pretty quickly because it's the 3D foam adhesive. I'm going to hold this down and then we'll look at our card. Okay guys, and there we are. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I love the added little bee. He's so cute. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and Happy New Year, and I'll see you very soon. Bye now.